So I'm just gonna set this up just like this. So this is what it's gonna look like. So let's check out the parts before we try this out. So on both sides, there's these little poles. You can see there's one on this side as well. I'm just gonna pull these with each of my fingers and it releases this clasp on top, which I absolutely love that. I feel like juicers always make me really nervous with kids, especially if they wanna help and being able to touch this piece. But I'm really glad that you have to fully clasp it on just for safety reasons. And this is the blade. It came off really easily. So you can see it has really small blades, which I like. It means it's going to take out a lot of the husk and the pulp out of the fruits and vegetables. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wash this up and let's try it out. All right, everything is washed up. I'm gonna assemble it so we can juice our fruits and vegetables. I always start out by filling this, which is where all the pulp and the extra pieces go. I always put a grocery bag in there because it makes cleanup so much easier. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. If you have a juicer, you'll know exactly what I mean. This makes it so much easier. I'm gonna click this in. I love that this is so simple to set up. Everything just fits right into place. We have our blade right here. We have the top right here. I'm gonna clasp together the sides. I'm gonna put the tamper in, and we're ready to go. So as you can see, this has two different speed settings, low and high, and I love that, especially for different size fruits and vegetables. For example, if you had something like a big carrot, you're gonna want it on high speed just to give it some more power to get it through there. And for soft things like orange slices, you can do the low setting. All right, so these are the fruits and vegetables that I'm going to try today. I have a lemon, I have an apple, and I'm going to do a whole apple just like it showed right here, and we're going to see if it actually works. I have celery, and then I have 2 medium to large size carrots, and then I have a little piece of ginger here. All right, to start off, I'm going to start with this whole apple. I will say I'm a little bit nervous because some juicers have issues with either bigger items or items like this carrot that are really thick. Sometimes I have a hard time getting through the whole thing, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna turn my setting on high and I will put the apple in. I am impressed. I have never in my life put an entire apple in a juicer before. I absolutely love that it has this 3-inch hole that it can fit large things like that in there, but also talk about the amount of work that I didn't have to do to make that happen. That was amazing. I'm gonna go on to try this thick carrot and see how well this goes. Again, I'm gonna turn the setting on high. Okay, again, I'm impressed. That was the biggest carrot that I had in the bunch, and it didn't even have a problem. Sometimes with some of the weaker motors on juicers, when you start pushing down on something like a carrot, you can really feel the motor pushing really hard. And I did not feel that here. I pushed down and it took it just like normal. It didn't seem like it was exerting too much, and it worked great. It juiced everything. I'm gonna do this last carrot, and then we're gonna move on to the lemon. I was reading that a lot of the nutrients in the lemon is in the rind, and I love that it gives the option of using that in this juicer, and it didn't have any problem. It smells amazing. One of the things that I juice often is oranges, and I'm really excited that I won't have to cut all of the peel off or cut it in half and the peel. And that's the whole work in prepping for juicing for me. So I'm really excited that I get to skip that step. All right, now we're gonna move on to the celery. I have some small and medium pieces. This shouldn't be too hard on the juicer, but I'm just gonna go ahead and feed these 4 pieces through. So I will say, after doing a whole apple, half of a lemon, and all those big carrots, the celery went through with a breeze. There was no problem at all. I honestly could have grabbed 4 stalks of celery and fed them through all at the same time just because of how big the hole is on here. Now that we're finished, we're gonna go ahead and try the juice, the most important part, right? I will say, I love that this cup is shaped this way. You can see how much splatter I got on my table. It was very minimal. We have had juicers in the past where it just splatters everywhere and just kind of makes a mess, so I'm glad we can skip that cleanup part. You can see all the different layers of the juices that we juice, like the apple, the carrots, the celery, the lemon. So I'm going to just mix it up a little bit before drinking it. And I'm assuming this is where the spout is, which makes it easier for pouring. So I'm gonna pour it in my cup. Wow, there is no pulp in here. Do you guys see this? There's nothing. There's nothing on the bottom. That's amazing. Even good juicers have a little bit of pulp on the bottom. That is very nice. I'm impressed. Very smooth. All right, bottoms up. That's really good. I can taste all of the ingredients. Obviously, it tastes so fresh, and it took so much less work than our other juicers. The last thing about a juicer, the part that everyone hates, is cleaning it. And I feel like we need to see how well this easy sweep tool actually works. Okay, so we're gonna start by disassembling this. I'm going to start by unplugging it, always. And then we're going to unattach this part. These parts are all really easy to clean. They rinse off really nicely, so I'm not worried about those parts of the juicer. That is not the hard part to clean. The hardest part to clean off is the blade. So you can see the blade here. It just has a lot of really tiny holes all along here, which this debris all gets stuck in. And these blades are really, really sharp, so you definitely don't want to use something like a sponge. You have to have something with really sharp bristles, and it's just really hard on my cleaning utensils. I'm really excited for this easy sweep tool. Normally you would do this under running water in your kitchen sink, but for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to do it right here in front of you in this bowl of water. So I have in here a bowl of just regular warm water. I'm going to dip this in here, just kind of get it wet and rinse off. As you can see, just by rinsing it, you don't get anything off of here. So I have this, has all the bristles, and it fits right around it just like this. Oh, that's amazing. And I'm just gonna run it around here in the water. Let's try this one section. As you can see, it is definitely taking some of the debris off. I'm gonna scrub it a little bit harder and let's see what happens. All right, so this took just only a couple of minutes, and I absolutely love that these bristles cover all of the surfaces on here. These bristles on the bottom, they cover the sharp surface, and then we have these side brushes that hit all of the edges. You're still gonna need a tiny bit of elbow grease, but this cuts the cleaning of the blade time in half. I'm gonna show you the brush that I use with my other juicers. It looks like this. You can imagine how much more work it is with this piece. Like I said before, this just makes it so much easier. You literally ball this up, throw it in the garbage, and there's nothing in this bottom part. I mean, why wouldn't you use a bag?